The first step in our 6-step formula to engage and motivate teams in 2021 is know yourself. And if you are a leader, if you're an entrepreneur that has a team and manages a team, if you are a manager in an organization, you have to know yourself in order to grow yourself and grow your team. And the question that we're actually asking here is, are you better at the science of leadership or the art of leadership? In other words, are you better at planning, scheduling, finances, or are you better at casting vision, connecting with your team, motivating your team? Because those two are very different skill sets. Both are important for an organization, but are very different. And when you know yourself, you are able to lead your team from your strengths on and acknowledge some of the blind spots where you might need your team help, right? So if you don't know how to answer this question and you have not taken an assessment, an objective assessment lately, we'll be delighted to share with you one of our assessments. Right? So we have a portfolio of proprietary assessment that we have created. One of them is a leadership and communication assessment, and this is, a report that you're gonna get on your style, and it goes through your communication style, the way you usually communicate with others, the way you convey information, the way you expect other people, your team, to present information to you, the way you go through that information. If you have questions, or maybe you have clarification questions, or you want to only see the big picture, the way you lead your team, what are your strengths in leadership, what is maybe some of the blind spots that you have and might want to get some help from your team and might want to delegate some of those to some of your team members that have quite the opposite strengths, compared to what you have. All the aspects of leadership, the value you bring to the table, the ideal work environment for you and for your team. And so all of these things, create a very clear picture of someone's, leadership style. And with that, we're then able to go to step number 2, 3, or 4, and 5, and 6 in our process. But we need to learn about the person. We need to learn about who are we working with, right? What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? What are some things that we could, work on? And from there, we then go and assess our team. So this is kind of step number 1. That's why we put it first, because unless we start with the leader, and unless the leader has the awareness of their strengths and maybe some of the blind spots and their leadership styles, it will be very difficult for us to go and work with a team, right? And engage a team if we don't know, the type of leader we have. So if you have not taken on any assessment lately, if you want to take one, comment in this field, comment below this post, and then we'll be just glad to get in touch with you and share one of the assessments that we have with you. And if you want to know the other 5 steps of the formula, right? So the first the step number 1 is to know yourself as a leader, right? And then that's why we're using these assessments to be able to have a more objective view on things, rather than just, self-assessment and feeling like, this is how I feel, or this is what I believe my strengths are. So we're bringing an objective view on the situation, and then we're helping leaders to grow themselves and grow their teams from there. So if you're interested in the other steps, we're going to share all of them and the complete formula on a seminar. So on the 15th of September at 3 p.m. Stockholm time, I'm going to share on a live seminar, all the 6 steps, and I'm gonna go in details with each of the steps that we're using with companies, and also we're gonna share with you how could you apply this system into your business. So if you're interested in that, or if you're interested to take an assessment, check this post. There will be a link for you to be able to check the event and then register for that event. It will take place on Zoom, so you want to register, so make sure you get the Zoom link. And if you want an assessment, if you want to try one of our leadership assessment, comment below and say, leadership assessment, and we'll be more than happy to get in touch with you and speak with you and give you the opportunity to try one. All right. I hope to see you on the event. Take care. Bye-bye.